Greetings and salutations, my friends. Don't wake up the wife. I fed the kitty a couple hours ago, and then I noticed the light was coming on, so she was still out here, presumably. Now she needs some love. Every kitty needs love. So I'm going to sit out here with her for a few minutes. It's very cold, but if she can take it, I guess I can. I wish I knew what to do with her. The cat we have now was feral, and she hates other cats, but she doesn't come in the front yard much. Although this kitty goes in our backyard a lot, as appears on many of my videos. She eats rats, and lots of them. I've been putting out food. Man, the alarm just went off, and it shut off my phone, my camera. It's going to go off again in another 5 minutes because I have two next to each other. Take my medication and make sure I take it. Isn't that supposed to happen? That's kind of terrible design. Anyway, I was saying I can't just leave food out for her because the skunks would eat it, and it's bad for them. It's bad for their kidneys, too much protein in cat food. Oh, you're moving around so much, cat, I cannot keep you in focus. Yeah, can't keep you in focus with this ridiculous camera. This phone, iPhone 13 Pro Max, has the worst camera setup. The cameras themselves are wonderful, but the programming in the app is just the worst. I just show my... I have to trim that off. So, yeah, they're... can't leave food out for the cat all the time because the skunks would simply eat it, and that would be a bad thing. Bad for their kidneys, too much protein. Did I say that already? So I've been trying to, see her and then feed her when I see her. That's difficult because, she'd just be out any time of the night, 2 in the morning, whatever, and she would run from me. And this time when I turned on the camera, the light came on. I can't run this for the light on very long. It'll overheat and shut down. But the alarm's about to go off again anyway, so I'll be doing that anyway. So she runs from me when I leave out food, so, I actually have to connect with her, and it was very hard for 4 years, and then a couple weeks ago, she just threw herself at me like we're old friends. So now I can come out here pretty much every morning and give her a can of cat food. I know she's at least got that much. And they say tonight the light that keeps going on and off, our security light, I saw that through the window and knew she was out here waiting for me still. So even though she's eaten, she needed more. She needed some love. She's a good girl too, huh? She's a good girl. She's a sweetheart. Oh well. I guess that's the video. I'm going to sit out here with the kitty for a while. Thank you for your valuable time, my friends. I hope none of the cats in your neighborhood have been abandoned. Bye-bye. Anybody who just can't get enough of this stuff, I'm going to keep going. Hello? Is that it? Are we done? Guess not. she's out with the skunks every night. I mean, right alongside them, hunting together. And she never gets sprayed. So, you're gonna knock that off, aren't you? She loves to knock that off. Never actually witnessed it before. I thought she rubbed against it. I can see now that she hooks it with a claw and pulls it off. Funny girl. You funny girl. That's how I used to know when she was out here. I'd look out the porthole and see that thing laying on the floor, laying on the sidewalk here, and I'd know she was out here waiting for me. And I would come out with your food and you'd run away. But you'd come back and eat it. Close. That's as close as I can get. Okay. Who's a good girl? Good girl. A good girl. So, I need a better name for you than the abandoned cat. The big white cat outside. What are we going to call you? I wonder if you've got a chip. Find out who abandoned you and harass them. Send them a nasty gram. Who's a good kitty? No. Oops. Fall over. I wouldn't do that. It's not my style. Might send him a letter saying, hey, I've got your cat. If you want her back. Leave it at that. Yeah. She's a good girl. She's a good girl. You shouldn't be alone. Oh, I imagine things like maybe her owner couldn't take her and left her with roommates, and the roommates weren't connected with her and eventually left without her or whatever. Left her with some other people who didn't take care of her, so she wanted. Well, I'm really tired of that. Everything that happened, there must be a setting I've got wrong on this phone or something, because everything that happens shuts off my camera in favor of that other action. And I can't have that. God, I really wish I had not bought this phone. I'm not happy with it at all. I hope the ones they're making now are better than this one. Like I said, the hardware seems fine. It's just that whatever makes this camera work is just the worst for someone trying to record something. The camera lenses switch off randomly, leaving the image out of focus. Well, what's the point of that? Why change lenses if it's going to be out of focus? It's ruining the shot. I have ruined so many shots since I got this phone that my old iPhone 6 Pro Max would have been fine with. I'm not happy with this way the camera works. It's not user-friendly at all. Ruins my work so often. I'll point the camera up toward the sky, completely empty sky, not a cloud, nothing, except for a helicopter flying by. The camera is incapable of focusing on that thing. And yet my old iPhone 6, no problem. Would have followed it from horizon to horizon without a problem. Sharp focus. So I've downgraded when I got the more expensive, newer phone. It doesn't work as well. What are you going to do? I wonder if I could get a flea collar on this cat. If she's had one before, she might let me put one on her. I mean, we're only using flea collars recently because there's been a real outbreak of fleas. They seem to be under control now, but we're still a little jumpy that there might be eggs in the carpet or in the grass out in the lawn or something. And Mo, our dog, came home a couple days ago from a walk with Mom with a tick wandering around on his back. Fortunately, I grabbed him before he attached himself. But, man, I haven't even seen a tick in 20 years or more. Ticks are not a thing here. You know, we've got a lot of opossums. And some people, like one of my neighbors, seems to think that opossums spread ticks, and I suppose theoretically it's possible they do a small percentage of them, but ticks eat tons of ticks. They love ticks, and their bodies are arranged so that they can groom themselves of them and eat them. So they go around vacuuming up ticks, sure, but then they eat them, so the ticks are gone. I don't know why people worry about it. What I was saying is I have a neighbor who thinks he doesn't want opossums in his yard because he thinks they spread ticks. I just think that's silly when they eat almost all the ticks they get on their body. Or maybe I just think they're cute, and I used to have one as a pet. We rescued one that got foxtails in his eyes. He was an adult, big old man. Wow, this is 1980, and 80 or 81. And so he couldn't be released. We got a really nice young veterinary doctor, and she wasn't supposed to treat him because, it's California. You can't, either goes to a rehab place or nothing. But she was nice. She treated his eyes, gave us some free stuff, didn't charge us. And he lived for 2 years with us. He was such a sweetheart. God, at first, of course, he was not happy about being blind or being handled by humans and lost and everything, but he figured out he lived in the bedroom, didn't have a cage. We didn't have money for a cage or space or anything. We were renting. So he had the bedroom, and he picked a corner to poop in. We put pads out there, and then later a sandbox. And he learned to use that. It was never a problem. He would climb up into the bed with us every night and curl up in the electric blanket. Wake us up in the middle of the night, licking our heads, licking our hair. Why do they lick hair? I don't know. But they're just being friendly. So, it was tragic when he passed. We knew they don't live a long time, but we certainly do miss him. Turn the light back on so you can see the kitty. I guess she's used to entertaining herself. Are we done, kitty? Should I go inside? Okay, kitty? It's a pretty girl. You're a pretty girl. I'm experiencing some morning congestion. I think I'm allergic to my cat. Maybe I'm allergic to this cat, too. That would be great. Well, kitty, I'm going to go inside, sweetheart. You seem like you're occupying yourself. You're done with me. I'm going to go chase some rats. I love you, baby. I love the kitty. I love the kitty. night, kitty. Or good day, kitty. I know, it's hard to say goodbye, but I will be back tomorrow. I will feed you in the morning. If you're around in the evening, I'll feed you then too. And you won't be alone anymore. But I need to go inside. Love you, kitty kitty. She seems done with me. Thank you for your valuable time, my friends. Bye-bye.